Hey guys, it's Ty again, and here's another vlog, and today it's about volunteering. I volunteered at SafeHouse Outreach in downtown Atlanta, because that's where I'm from. Atlanta, what up? And I helped out with their back-to-school backpack sort of extravaganza, yeah, this is basically what went down. Alright, so today has been an interesting turn of events so far. So, set my alarm for 7:30. Turns out there was a power surge, so my clock was off. But I was woken up by the sound of my tea kettle in my house that my dad was putting on, and he has a habit of not, hearing it and turning it off. So it woke me up, which I'm glad it did. But now I feel groggy because I didn't get the amount of sleep I wanted to get. But I'm about to go volunteer, so I gotta go. Yeah. Fuel. Alright, so I'm late getting there, thanks to good old Atlanta traffic and just driving, but I will get there and I will plead my way into, making it for being late. So this is SafeHouse, and this is where I'm volunteering today. So the reason why I volunteered is because there was a lot of hell going on in the world. Some more people got shot and murdered. You guys know about Sandra Bland and the other murders that followed afterwards in the jails and all that stuff. And it was a little bit kind of crazy, like a lot of crazy going on that week. And I just felt really helpless that I just didn't know what to do. And I was like, oh, maybe I could write a song about it, which I did, but I felt like I could, you can always do more. And so I was like, hey, I need to volunteer. I need to actually, physically do some good out there. And it's been a minute since I had volunteered for anybody. Not even out of church obligations or school or work obligations. I just really never volunteered for myself. Like, hey, I want to do this. And so that's what I did. And I knew about SafeHouse because I went to school downtown, Georgia State alumni. What? And a lot of people I knew volunteered there, but I just never got around to volunteering there. So I just looked them up and see what they were doing, and turns out they were having this back to school thing, backpack thing for kids, to give kids who don't have backpacks and school supplies and stuff like that. So I was like, hey, yeah, that's something I'm passionate about kids, and I like working with kids. So I was just like, hey, let's go do that, and that's what I did. So the first half of the day, I was packing school supplies into that was donated to SafeHouse into backpacks that were donated to SafeHouse, and they were organized by different grades. So there was a room for elementary school kids, a room for middle school kids, and a room for high school kids supplies. And so I was doing that and just loading them in and then unloading them outside into like the courtyard area of SafeHouse, because we were going to give them out to the kids after we had like the fun stuff like the bouncing jumping room thingy and a water slide and painting and stuff like that, and just and cookouts and stuff like that. So we were going to give them to them after that. On the second half of the day, I was basically monitoring the water slide because the kids were kind of getting a little bit out of control. You know how kids are, and they get excited. They don't really care what you say. They just want to do what they want to do. So I had to orchestrate the water slide, and I got wet a lot, but it was fun. It was cool because it's good seeing kids have fun, and it was really funny because the kids, like, they didn't have any care in the world. Like, they just did what they wanted to do, and it's just like you could just see like the sort of bubble that they live in, and it's a good bubble. It's not a bad bubble. It's just you could just see like they're so carefree, and I missed that a little bit. But hey, one cool thing about SafeHouse is that their walls are covered with inspirational quotes and messages and passages and scriptures from the Bible and everything. And like kids have written on them, adults have written on the walls, and it was just really cool to see just what actually some kids have said and written on the walls. And it's just really it was a trippy moment actually, because it's just like so much love and inspiration was just all over the walls, and you couldn't leave SafeHouse without feeling somewhat of comfort or inspired or some warm feeling, tugging on the heartstrings or making you feel inspired about something. And it was just interesting that these kids, you know, who haven't lived that long are so wise. And it took me back for a second. I was like, oh, that's deep, that's profound, and it's so simple too, and not like, you know, long-winded passages, just little tiny doses of wisdom. And it's just really struck me in a great way. To wrap this up, volunteering definitely made me feel better about all the crap that was going down with the whole Sandra Bland thing and the other murders that have taken place since then. And I feel like that's what's gonna make me feel better about all of this if it continues to happen, is that, you know, bad things happen, but if you can try to do at least some good in the world, it does make a difference, no matter how big or how small. If you attempt to do good, and, you know, with the you know, if you intend to do good, everything works out and it makes you at peace at your heart. I hope, you know, I can inspire you guys to volunteer, to help you with the stress that, you know, may come with the things that happen in today's world. And I just hope for the best for everybody, that we can all get through some of this bullshit that is in here, in this world, and that we can all come together and just be at peace. That's all I want, is peace for everybody and equality for all. So yeah, that's this vlog, and when something else happens, I'll make a vlog about it. And in the meantime, check out my covers and stuff, because that's what I'm doing. And yeah, later!